It's my pleasure to start off the ceremony this morning to induct a lady that I did know her when she was in grade 9. I was in grade 13. I knew her brother, and Cindy Frostad. We all know her as Cindy Payne. Cindy is going into the case under the name of, under the category of trailblazer. I'm not exactly sure what that truly means, but when I run through some of her accomplishments, you can see that she's a very worthy person. Cindy currently lives in the left coast of British Columbia, and she's never coming back, as she told me this morning. And if you've ever been out there, you know how beautiful it is. So she's made her roots in BC. She's married. She has two children. To get her career off to a good start, she got a Bachelor of Fine Arts and a Bachelor of Education. She's taught school in 3 provinces. She's been involved in media, radio, television, print. And what I found really interesting was that Cindy, with all this that was going on in her life, managed to become one of the first Canadian women to compete in North American Championships in windsurfing. And if any of you have tried to windsurf, I know how hard it is, because I sort of go straight out and I never get back, and I got to get towed back. So it's I was really impressed. She has competed internationally in Italy as a windsurfer. What Cindy's, I guess, what we felt was her remarkable accomplishment is that Cindy has, her oldest daughter has severe cerebral palsy. And she was taken by, Cindy was, not her daughter, by a new walking device that was going to really make a difference for these individuals that had cerebral palsy, to assist them in walking. And she spearheaded, I think would be a appropriate word, the program in BC, and arranged funding. They raised in excess of $500,000, and it's now called, you can correct me, Cindy, if I'm wrong, the Star Walker program, and it's run by the Variety Club of BC. But Cindy was one of the people that got it off the ground, pushed very hard, and or in recognition of that fact, she was received the Volunteer Vancouver 2000 Award for community service. So someone, or many people out in the West Coast obviously felt that she deserved recognition for all her efforts. She has also recently, in the last few years, became an artist. I don't know where you guys get all this time, all you people, but and she had an exhibit of her paintings, over 100 at the Vancouver International Airport. I guess she sells them both for private collection and the corporate field. So she's an accomplished artist. So she's a mom, she's a teacher, she's a windsurfer, she's a volunteer, and she's just an all-around great person. I'd like to introduce to you Cindy Frostad Payne.
Thanks, John. I have a voice. Can everybody hear me? Because I will hold the mic, but I can't guarantee the results. Thank you. I think that kind of sums it up. I think my windsurfing, learning windsurfing gave me skills to dance really well, because I'm not a swimmer. Now let me tell you, there's no greater motivation than not knowing how to swim than to stay on the board really, really well, tenaciously. So, and also, I think I got through, part of my life, and I thought, I feel like a jack of all trades, a master of none, and it really bugged me. And I loved teaching. When our daughter was born, that kind of was taken out of my control, and my career went sideways. I still sort of almost teach. They called me one day last year, and I was like, oh, thank God they didn't call me. At one point, when the Star Walker program was in its initial stages, I realized this is what it's all about. Everything started coming together. my typing that I could never do, running meetings, I'd never even run a bake sale, not even here. And it all came together and I thought, this is why I had to do everything before now. And my art came in to give me a balance in my life, and I paint really fast. So that's how I fit it in. And I looked back when I heard about this, I thought, wow, what am I going to say? And I think that I had such a wonderful foundation here at King City. Teachers like Linda Thompson, whose first year it was to get us as grade 9ers, and we went through the paces. She went through them, we went through them, we went through ups and downs and laughs, and we became enabled. We watched. Linda was so empowering for us. So, and she showed it. You know, she wasn't one of those teachers that just did. I mean, she got right in there and discussed these things with us, these feelings we were going through, and that gave us tools to go further. Now, science has had an incredible reverberation throughout my life. Who would have thought? I didn't really do well in science, but I think it was the energy which with Mr. Smith and Mr. Smerica and Mr. Saheb all offered those pieces of knowledge to it. It was the way they did it that has stuck with me. And I think it has set up a resonance in my life, and it's coming out in my artwork. I didn't know about the string theory until I heard about it one day on the TV, and I went, oh, that's what I'm trying to do in my art. I didn't know that I have something to do with quantum physics. I still haven't read up on it, but it's coming out in my art. So maybe there's an intuition, maybe the windsurfing, developing that cat-like sense of staying on board, has seen me through into other things. It's continued on. So, and I really think that people make the difference. I think that making a connection, a direct connection, teachers have such a power to do that, to make a difference in students' lives. And aren't we all students? And aren't we all teachers at some point? And it comes in all ages. I'm learning from my children. I see my children teaching adults. So, and we flip the roles around. I'm very grateful to have been brought up in such an open, creative, motivating atmosphere. I feel like I could, when I left here, I had a wonderful sense that I could really do anything I chose. So thank you very much.